Hey kids, how you doing? Comic Book Man back once again with
Sweet Dan.
And Dan's here once again to review 2 new comics that are on the racks right now. Now, these reviews you can read at the store's website, www.myalternatereality.com, or you can just open up your ears as he tells us about Batman and Robin, #1.
Numero uno.
Grant Morrison and Mr. Quietly.
Yeah, man. Lots of cool stuff in this. Continuing the RIP stuff. We've left off. Grant Morrison hasn't been around the Bat universe for about 3 months, following the battle for the Cowl. Dick Grayson is Batman. Damian is Robin, and it's kind of like a whole new Bat universe, despite the same surroundings of Gotham City. It's kind of the all-star take on Batman and Robin. Only it's in continuity, so it's really, really cool. It's Grant working his weird sort of vibe. He's introducing new villains and stuff that look to be really insane and kind of Joker-level scary. Damian as Robin is hilarious because Batman is usually the dark, brooding one, and Robin is typically the lighthearted jokester of the book of the last 60 years, and all of a sudden Damian is Robin, and he's this dark, brooding guy who wants to cut people's tongues out for talking too much, and I don't know, it's a weird spin. It's something the Bat universe has needed. I've been raving about it all along, and if you're not reading it, you're dumb.
Now you say it's an all-star take on the book. I assume there's no goddamn Batman in this.
There's no goddamn Batman,
okay.
But there's a very noble Dick Grayson-esque Batman. And it's just the feeling they brought, the feeling of wonder and mystique they brought to All-Star Superman that sort of invigorated that universe. They're doing it to Batman, and they haven't lightened up at all. It's not half-cocked. It's 100%. It's good stuff.
I read this one, and yeah, it definitely does reinvigorate the Bat universe. Whether or not you like it, or whether or not it'll be any good is another matter, but this definitely is a fresh take on the character, and it has needed it for quite some time.
And you should read it. Okay.
Next up is Wolverine the Revolver with a big overbite on Wolverine.
Yeah, he's not fond of the cover art.
Oh, those are British teeth right there.
Hey, and it sounds like the tag team creative team is a European import, and the art style is reminiscent of a lot of stuff you'd see in those kind of books. I'm not sure I liked it. I like the idea. It's Wolverine demon hunting in Las Vegas in an underground game of Russian roulette, hence the title. It just feels like instead of charging $3.99 a pop for these one-shots, this is what they should be putting into a book like Astonishing Tales, which isn't selling so well. You know what I mean? Instead of putting another Wolverine banner out there, how about you put that story as a two-parter into Astonishing Tales? And then more people might pick up that book, because it's a solid idea that just suffers from too much decompression, and it kind of drags. There's no characterization of the bad guy in it. He is interesting, but at the end of it, it's just kind of left up in the air. It's kind of interesting. The ending is kind of funny. I'll give it that. They sold the ending to me pretty well. But like I said, I think this is the sort of stuff, instead of squeezing everybody for the extra buck, they should put it in one of their already existing titles that's designed for this kind of a story.
If DC was doing this book, it would be called Wolverine Confidential. And it would be out-of-continuity stories with Wolverine, and they would be either one-shots or 2-ofs or maybe 3-ofs.
Yeah, one-and-dones and stuff like that.
That's essentially what this is Wolverine Confidential over at DC, if DC was doing it.
But instead, they release them as the one-shot, and they get you for $3.99.
Got it.
Sting.
Anyway, those 2 books are reviewed on the store's website. You can read them right now. They're up. And until next time, this is Comic Book Man.
Sweet Dan.
Saying stop off at the website, and see you then.
Later.